A word of advice to anybody who has low maintenance hair and doesn't want to do anything high maintenance, don't get bangs.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Cold Brews. I'm your co-host, Allison.
And I'm Coleen.
What?
I don't know. It was just... What was that?
I don't know. Honestly, you guys, this podcast has taught me how to pronounce my name properly.
Yeah.
So I would always say Allison, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't pronounce the I in my name.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Toronto. I don't pronounce the other T.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird actually pronouncing my name properly. Like when I hear other people say my name, I'm like, that's what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah, like today when we placed an order for pizza, I said Allison.
Yeah, so Call always uses my name whenever she has to pick up an order.
Yeah.
Always.
Because it's once you hear Allison on the phone, you can't mistake it for anything else.
Yeah.
My name obviously is Colleen, and so like it depending on who hears it, it sounds like Pauline. That is like the number one mistake that's often there. How dare you?
I thought my phone was on mute.
My God.
But the thing is, with your name, like I realize like whenever like you call, they're always like, sorry, what's that?
I know,
what's that name?
yeah. And some people just like at Starbucks face to face, they spell it Colin, like C-O. I'm like, guys,
yeah,
please.
Oh my God.
And so yeah, use your name.
All right, so what episode is this? This is episode 12. Right?
Yeah.
Episode 12, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed episode 11, listening to me like suffer, and I was like burning. My ears were also burning at one point. I'm like, is this normal?
Yeah, my eyes got super watery.
Yeah, I brought it home. I brought the hot chicken home for my brother to taste, and he's like, oh my God, I can't. He's like, this is so spicy.
That hot chicken is like, you have it once in a while.
I want to try it like sauced up.
Yeah, same.
Like, cause like the chicken that we had, it was like, it was more like a dry rub.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to try like a sauced up version.
Yeah.
All right, so episode 12. We're going to be talking about a survey that I found online.
Yeah.
We love a good survey. At least this one is from April of 2021.
So it's recent.
It's
unlike
recent.
Episode 2 with the one that was from 2016.
Yeah. But then that was good because then we related it to like dating now,
yeah.
right? So this survey was done in April of 2021 where they asked 2,000 Americans, what is the one age Americans would choose to stay for the rest of your life? Ooh. So what is the age you would stay for the rest of your life?
Think about it. We'll let it marinate.
Yes.
All right. And then compare it against what we think and what the survey says.
Yeah. We'll tell you. There's actually a number.
Yeah, Allison will tell us because honestly, I don't know. I asked not to be informed.
Yeah, Call said don't tell her till we record.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So do you want to go first?
I have an age in my mind. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. So the age I would stay forever is 25.
25?
Mm-hmm.
25 forever? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so what they mean by this is like everything, like your health, your beauty, everything. It would be 25?
Yeah.
25, eh?
If I could still like, get financially stable, like that part of me doesn't have to stay stagnant, I would remain 25. Because personally speaking, like 25... No, but this is like... What?
So let's say, okay, obviously we passed 25. Mm-hmm. So this is like the money that you're making then.
Ew, no. I don't want to... So everything has to remain the same from when I'm 25?
Well, I'm assuming if it's like an age that we've already experienced, it would be that. Forever.
I thought you just stay the same age. Like the age of Adeline. You know how it doesn't look like... You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or that Justin Timberlake movie In Time, or whatever it's called, where at 25 they stop aging. I thought that's what this was like.
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right. I'm just reading the survey more now. So they mainly talk about their health and how they stay younger. Yeah. So Yeah, so yours would be 25 then.
Yes, I would be, because we're turning 28 this year. You've turned 28 already.
Mm-hmm.
25 was like a good year for me because it was a year of transitions. And I think that must have been the year, I think. Yeah, I graduated, from school, started my new job, just like was getting adjusted to all these new things. I was like 15 pounds lighter. I had good health, good hair, good
hair,
skin.
yeah.
So when I think about that age, I was like, this was before my career started, where I was quite naive. I still am, I think, to a degree. But it's good because also, like, that's old enough to be considered an adult and, like, you have it together. But
you
not
also rent
old
a car
enough.
In the States?
Yeah. I don't have a license.
You don't even have a license? At 28, she still doesn't have a license.
Yeah, I just don't like driving. And then it's not too old, though, that, like, you're being pressured from, like, family, being like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids,
Yeah, but, like, this is the age you're going to stay forever. So everyone else is aging except for you.
I'm fine with that.
So 25.
Yeah. I haven't experienced... Right? Okay, I can't speak to other years, though. I know what 25 is like,
no, but
and
you
I
can
liked
make it
25.
up. You can just be like, if I had to pick one age, what would it be?
I know, but then I'm going in blind. I'm staying with 25.
25?
Right now, yeah. Obviously, it might
right
change.
Now. Yeah, I wouldn't pick 25 for me. No, 25? Oh my god. No, I wouldn't pick 25. I would pick... If I were to stay one age forever... Probably 32.
So, like, when you turn 32, you stop turning 32?
Yeah, like, I stop aging at 32.
I see.
I feel like 32, it's like, you're not super young, but you're also a grown adult. You know what I mean? And then, like, I imagine what my career life would be like. And they say your 30s is, like...
The 30s is, like, when you enjoy, because your 20s are when you're figuring it out, right?
But they say, like, 30s is really fun, from what I've been told. So I don't know. But I would stop aging at 32. Because I feel like I wouldn't look super old. I'm hoping. But at the same time, I think I'd be more settled in my personal and professional life.
Yeah.
And then 32, I wouldn't even... Yeah, I would say 32. 32. Really? So, like, 4 years from now, I would want to stop aging.
Yeah. See, but you're intertwining, like, 32, like, what you look like at 32 with, like, wherever you are in your career. But that can stay separate. So, like, what if 4 years from now, like, you lose all your hair? Or, no, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not imagining myself losing my hair at, like, 32.
But you don't know what can happen.
Yeah, but, like, I could have a full new body by then, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Plus I would have more money to, like, do my facials and everything, you know? Yeah, I would say 32, because then, like, people start getting, like, Botox and all of that stuff. Like, once, like, wrinkles start appearing and all that stuff. Like, I'm thinking 32. Yeah, I think that, you know what, 32. 32 for me, final answer.
Okay.
Yeah, because I look back at, like, I think my best year would be when I was 23, maybe? Yeah, probably 23. I was like, yeah, I was killing it. Because, like, my hair was growing back. I was going to the gym for 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
So 23 was good, but, like, if I were to stop aging, it would be 32. Because then I could still pass, like, I'm in my late 20s.
I feel like, I don't know, 25, 32, 35, to me, like, it doesn't matter because we're Filipino, like, we're Asian. So we still look the same. Yeah,
well, it did say here, there is no wrong answer.
Yeah.
But there is an answer that majority of the people agreed on. Do you want to know?
Can I guess?
Yeah, okay, yes, I want you to guess.
But can I get, like, more information? Like, what was the age range of these people that were surveyed?
So they started from 21 to 50 here. It says 21, 30, 36, 42, 50. Like, those are the numbers that they were given. Like, as general speaking, right?
So, wait, what are the years again? 21?
21 to 50.
Oh, and they just picked a number between that.
Well, that's what I'm assuming. This is like the age range that the 2,000 people were.
Interesting. You know? Okay. So I would actually say, I don't know. Because, like, what are all the 21-year-olds going to say? They haven't lived the other years.
Well, I haven't lived 32.
But then the 50-year-olds are going to be, like, reminiscing on their past years.
Yeah, because, okay, I imagine when I'm 50, I'm going to wish I was 28.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my lash tech, she's 20 years old, and I'm like...
You're like, man,
you're
doing
have
good.
So much life. You have so much life, too.
Yeah, she's already got a head start. Good for her.
Yeah.
Okay, the age I would guess would actually be 30.
30?
Yeah.
When I guessed, like, because I've heard this survey before. When I first guessed, I was pretty close.
Was it 23?
So I guessed 34.
Oh.
Okay. So out of 2,000 people, 40% said that they would stop aging at 36.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then they said that 71% said that it's more common for people to accept and embrace their age. 63% plan on shifting their focus from looking younger to feeling younger.
I see.
So feeling younger, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why I have so much back pain at 28.
I know. Because we have office jobs now.
We're just sitting all day.
Yeah.
And then 59% said they used to be obsessed with fighting the aging process.
Like defying it?
Well, I guess like they were doing things to stop the aging process, as in like Botox or whatever the case may be, or fillers.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, I'm taking biotin, you know, and like I use eye cream with retinol. Like, you know, I'm doing like those things. I'm not going to the extreme of fillers yet.
Yet.
56% said that fighting Mother Nature was exhausting.
You know what?
Like, let me just
good
age.
honesty.
Yeah.
Good honesty.
Some people are like that though. They're like, you know, I don't care. Like, I really don't care what I look like or like the whole aging process. You know me. I have so much anxiety around it.
Yeah.
So, and 53% said they feel like quarantine has aged them.
Yes. Vibes. Honestly, like I would
totally
say that.
Agree.
For
yes.
Sure.
Yes. I feel.
Oh my gosh. I agree.
I feel like I've just shriveled up, you know?
You know what, though? Ever since my dad got me a new chair, like the one you're sitting on, my back pain stopped. I told my mom this. I forgot to say thank you to my dad, or remind him that happened. But I'm like, you know, is it me or is it like my equipment that like is making me feel old? Yeah. Because my back health has improved significantly since getting this new chair.
41% said they actively embrace the aging process.
I get that.
So I guess like I've watched this YouTube video of this one lady. She started getting grays and she just decided that she's going to stop dyeing her hair.
Vibes.
Bro, her hair is gold. It's like, you know, that nice gray vibe that we like.
That we dye our hair for? Yes.
You gotta bleach your hair for it. Like, she looks so good.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to start getting gray hair, I would have a full-blown, like, panic attack.
Yeah. See, we approach aging differently. Like, we have different views on it. Because, like, FYI, between episodes, I cut my own curtain bangs. And, like, I don't know. It was just, like, I saw someone on YouTube doing it. And I was like, you know what? It looks fun. I was like, we kind of have the same face shape. So I think it'll work for me. But yeah, it like didn't go as well as I thought. Once I do them right or take some time to style them, put on makeup, it looks good. You know, it looks passable.
But it's not the type of hairstyle where you're like wash and go.
Yeah, and I'm a wash and go person. So a word of advice to anybody who has low maintenance hair and doesn't want to do anything high maintenance, don't get bangs. Anyways,
curtain bangs specifically.
Yeah, curtain bangs. So I'm talking about this not to let people know what I did this, but you were styling my hair the day I cut them.
Yeah, I was like I was giving you like a blowout on your hair and everything, styling your bangs because you were like struggling.
Yeah, you were, because I didn't know how to turn a brush. Like, it's just not in my DNA.
A round brush, yeah, it takes practice with a round brush, especially doing it on yourself.
Yeah, it's hard. And so you were layering my hair, and like you're like, oh my god, you have so many gray hairs. And
I was like panicking for you.
Oh yeah, but I like my gray hairs. I think I got my first gray hair when I was 16, like just genetically, like we get it earlier.
Yeah.
And so my mom has been dyeing her hair, but like now her hair grows out gray. And I was like, hey, you're a grandma, like you can do it, man. Like embrace it. But yeah, I love, like, I don't care about that sort of stuff. Yeah. I'm like okay with it, but for me, my biggest fear is losing my hair.
Yeah.
And so turning 28, my hair has thinned significantly, but the thing you have to know is my hair is thick. Like, it's so thick, if I have short hair, I get charged for long hair. Because I spend how many hours in a chair when I used to bleach my hair?
Bro, we were there for 6 hours.
Yeah, and Allison takes like 2 or 3.
Yeah, because I have thin hair.
Yeah, and so now my hair is thinning out, but I'm not used to it. And so I got so much anxiety.
But I still don't think your hair is thin.
But for me, it is. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, once you, like, I do the ponytail test, like, my hair can never be this high, or never used to be this high when I tied it in a ponytail because it was so heavy. My hair is still coarse, but it's thinned out, like, because I'm getting older, and so, you know, less things are being produced in my body. And, like, no one else notices it, but I do. And, like, that's my biggest fear around aging, is just not having hair.
Yeah, I think I've experienced, like, not having hair. So, yeah. But then you realize there's ways around it. Like, you can always get extensions.
I was thinking about wigs. I was like, yeah, that can be really nice wigs out there.
Yeah, no, like, but the thing is, like, quality wigs are so expensive.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Do you know this one girl on TikTok? Her name is, like, Jeannie Weenie. And she does all those, like, you see it on Instagram, too. Those, like, mock ones of, like, flight attendant stories. She's, like, this Asian woman.
Okay, yes.
She's actually in Vancouver, and she owns 2 restaurants, but she used to be a flight attendant for Emirates. And her stories are so funny, but she also has hair thinning issues. And so all of her wigs she bought from Amazon, and they look really good. Like, they look like good quality for some reason. But I lied. They're not from Amazon. They're from this other place, but they're good.
About, like, because I like getting my hair pulled, so I'm like, imagine, like, my whole wig just comes off.
I think you can secure it, right? There's, like, ways to secure wigs, like, through
like
combs.
all those clips?
Yes, yeah. That's what she uses.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That makes sense. People that did the survey, they gave their healthy advice on what they do.
Cool.
So, 61% said it's all about eating healthy. This is facts. Drink your water, man. Drink your water. Yeah. Put the soda down and drink your water.
I love water.
Drink your water. 57% said exercising daily. Yep. What was it? Was this an Grey's Anatomy episode? I'm trying to remember. But it was just like, I think it was. She was just like, you know, I do hip replacements because you refuse to take a 15-minute walk every day.
Yeah, no, it's been proven, like, 30 minutes of cardio exercise every day reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease by, like, over 50%.
WebMD.
But you have to get into your cardio heart rate range. So remember, folks, not just walking in general, but you have to get your heart up to a certain rate to make it worth it.
What's the third one? Ooh, like I said, drinking water, 56%. Gotta drink water. Taking care of your skin, 54%.
Sunscreen, everybody.
And don't forget to put sunscreen on your neck.
That's important. Like, I can't stand it when people don't wear sunscreen and they're out in the sun all day. Like, you need sunscreen.
Do you see those videos on Instagram? And it's like my skincare routine and then my boyfriend's skincare routine is like a 3-in-1. Like body wash.
Yeah, it's literally advertised like that.
It's so funny. And then 51% said maintaining their mental health. I agree with this. I find that when I'm stressed out, you can see it in my face.
Yeah.
You can see.
It wears down on you. Like,
yes, it's so true. Taking care of what their body tells them. 46%. I get this. Like, do you ever feel like your body just needs veggies?
Yeah. I've been doing, like, you're gonna laugh, but
what?
I've been doing intuitive eating, but, like, that's different than, like...
What's intuitive eating?
It's, like, you don't stick to... So, I still try to fast, so I
Till
try
12 o'clock?
11 to 7.
Yeah.
But, like, there's times when I don't fast because I'm trying to listen to what my body needs, right? Instead of what I'm craving. Where I'm like, why is my stomach like, you know, why do I feel dizzy? Is it because I don't have enough water? Or am I really craving or need to eat something?
Yeah.
But my body told me pizza today. And so...
Today was pizza. But it was planned from time.
Yeah, we've been wanting it.
We've been wanting Descendants pizza for 6 months.
It's so good.
Yeah. So if you guys are ever craving pizza, like deep dish pizza in Toronto,
yeah,
Descendants, A1.
Delish. So
41% said maintaining emotional health. Would that be like the same as like maintaining like mental health, I assume?
I don't think so. Like, people always separate emotional, mental well-being. I think emotional health is like your ability to express and understand your emotions, and have a healthy relationship in communicating and understanding that.
True. 26%, this is the last one. 26% said keeping a routine.
Yeah, we talked about this in the last
I
pod.
agree.
Yeah.
In the beginning of COVID, when we all went into a lockdown, I had no routine. I was like all over the place. I was like, I didn't know how to manage my time.
Yeah.
Where I was working more at night, and then it came to the point where it was affecting my
performance.
Sorry, it was affecting my own time. Where like it's after 5. Why am I still online? Or if it was like the weekends, I'm like, why am I looking at my emails right now? You know, I needed that routine to like manage my time. Now that I'm in a different workplace, because I knew before that it was like, okay, I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock. I gotta catch my 7:45 GO train. I know it takes like 7 minutes from Union to like my work. You know, like everything was like timed and it was routine, and it was like I knew what I had to do. And like even catching my GO train back home, I was like, okay, gotta catch my 5:30, leave work by 5:15. You know, so it was definitely like a huge transition, like working from home. And I needed that routine. Now where like I remember there was one point where like I was actually getting ready, like I was going to work.
Yeah.
You know? So I would like take a shower, get dressed. Now, you know, I don't really do that. You know, I don't really like I used to wear my work clothes
because you settled into a different routine, which is fine.
Now I have a routine that works for me now, to the point where I make sure I get everything done on Friday. Because I'm not looking at my phone all weekend. I know that if it's an emergency that I'm going to get a call or a text or whatever. But I know that whatever I have to get done needs to be done by Friday so that Monday is a fresh start. So that's what I've been doing for the last, I would say since we started this podcast. So even before then, so I would say January, February time. That's when like my whole routine shifted of making sure everything was done so that I had time for myself.
Yeah. I agree. My routine isn't as structured. Like I know I wake up at a certain time. I've been trying to train myself to wake up earlier, more and more. So I wake up my alarm is set to 6:45, so I can wake up at 7. And whatever I feel like doing then, I do. I just want to be able to get up at that time. So when we do return to the office, it's not a huge shock to my body.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for me. I don't know how I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock again.
Yeah, and then I try to sleep before midnight. So I can get over 7 hours of sleep. And then what I do there is like most of my routine is set around my work. So I have set schedules of when I have one-on-ones with my team. every single like every day there's certain people I meet with, and then every week. And so that has helped a lot. It's been different than me moving stuff around, like, oh, this'll work. Like, I've set time for, like, to have focused time on projects or, like, reviewing emails from the weekend.
Yeah.
Or just being free for the team to ask if they need anything from me. And that's been super helpful. Because, like, you don't have a physical, really, routine around you. Like, your environment forced you to have a routine at work, which you kind of had to create.
If you were to stay this age right now, 28, or the age that you said, 25, which one would you pick?
So...
Is it still 25?
I feel like if I wasn't working from home and could stay 28... I feel like, yeah, this would be a good age. I feel like I know more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't see any reason why. Like, I still...
Is there a big difference, though, from 25 and 28?
I feel like my confidence in my physical appearance
is different now? Like...
Yeah, like, I'm
like
more...
you're more confident now?
Kind of, but not really. Like, I'm more accepting of my body, and I have a lot more self-love than I did at 25. But I feel like I looked better at 25 than I do now at 27, 28.
Oh, I get it. Yes, I feel you. Yes.
Yeah, just those things where I'm realizing, like, damn, the older you get, the slower your metabolism is. Like, you can't eat the same kinds of foods you used to in your early 20s.
You know what it is for me? It's hangovers.
Oh,
I can't drink the same. I feel like my hangovers are like 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need a break.
No, man. Yeah, honestly, like, now wine gets me as hungover as, like, hard liquor. It was, yeah, I remember, like, this was pre-COVID, but I had a couple bottles of wine with some coworkers at his place, and I went back. And I just, like, was not in a good place, and I had to Uber to work the next day. I, like, slept in the arcade, and someone was like, hey, are you okay? Like, you want Tylenol? And I'm like, yeah. Off wine, bro. Off wine.
What? I'm sleeping. Oh my God. My ass would be sent to HR, okay?
Nah, man. People just knew. I think it was a Wednesday or a Thursday. Like, just a random day.
In the middle of the week.
Yeah. And I was just all over. I went home at 12. You know what I mean? Like, it was a fairly decent time. I had time to wake up and everything. But it's just different when you're getting older.
Honestly, yeah, it is different. But also, like, COVID is just, like, this whole panorama.
Oh, yeah.
It's just changed everything. Like, did you see that meme of, like, before COVID, after work, I can go get drinks, and then I can make it for dinner, and then I can do a late night workout? Yeah. And then now it's like, if I move, I have to sleep for 14 hours. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I feel that.
Yeah, like 5:15, shut off my laptop, go have dinner, and then I go upstairs because I'm like, I'm gonna prep for the next day. Yeah. Or like, I'm gonna like vacuum, but I end up on my bed on my phone. Yeah. And when I like look up, it's 9, and I'm like, this has gotta stop. I hate the black hole your phone gets into.
Oh, the reels.
So if you, I guess, okay. Would you stay 32 or would you stay 28?
I would like to, okay, you know what's weird?
Physical appearance age-wise, as we're speaking. Like, you can still progress in your career, but, like, you're like a vampire, you know? Like, you don't age.
I think 28. Honestly, probably 28. I just, you know what? Because like I know like people like to, oh my God, you're so young. I love being told I'm so young. Mm-hmm. And like when I get asked for my ID, I'm like, oh, thank you. Because like you know my anxiety around aging and all that stuff, right? Yeah. 28. Would I say 28 or 32? I feel like I wouldn't look that different. That's the thing. Yeah. You know.
Maybe your hair will change, right? But like,
yeah, maybe. I do have extensions, so but like, I could literally do anything to my hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, my hair changes with every mental breakdown, but I would 28 maybe. If I would say right now, 32.
You literally went back and forth for full 2 minutes. Like, people watch.
Because I'm imagining myself just more elevated at 32. I just see, like I just see a better version of me at 32.
Yeah.
My skin's glowing, my hair is thick, my nails are growing, I have no acne.
Can you shut up? You literally have no acne.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. I'm gonna have no acne.
You still have no acne, so you can't say that line. Okay, you have pimples.
Dark circles. Yeah, I have your 1-2 pimples here there,
People who have acne are going to be so triggered with your statement, being like, she has no fucking clue what she's talking about.
But no, I just feel like at 32, I'm going to just be a more, just add a little
elevated.
Spice. That's what I mean.
Yes, because...
It's a little bit more spice to me.
Because you're conscious now as a 28-year-old, like, what your actions do, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to be, more elevated.
Elevated is, your word of the day.
It is. It's, my go-to word right now.
If I had to select a year in which I stop aging, I feel maybe, 30.
30?
Yeah, 30 is a good age to kind of stop
You
aging.
picked 25, though.
No, in the future. I talked about an
future.
age I lived already. So I'm like, what about an age I've never lived yet? I feel like 30.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's true. So an age you've never lived yet. So you would pick 30?
Yeah. 2 years from now.
If I were to pick an age that I've already lived, I would pick 21. Oh my god, my confidence. I had a confidence of a Libra.
Like a Libra, Keelan.
That was my confidence level at 21.
Yeah.
So I would be, if I were to choose a year back in the day, 21, man.
Yeah.
21 was good. It's weird. It's weird, this whole, thing with aging and, we're just getting older.
Yeah, we, hung out we had a day with E. Our days now as friends are so different from when we were younger. We got pizza. We spent $70 on pizza. We went to a park. We sunbathed. We exchanged gifts. We went plant shopping. We were excited about crystals. You know what I mean? We, I guess, do a lot more wholesome things now.
I appreciate the time more with my friends now.
Yeah.
Than before.
Yeah, because we also were talking a couple hours ago, having our own kids and them growing up together.
Yeah.
And what we would name them. We're do their names sound good as a group? I don't know.
Or you can't wait that long. I want them to be friends.
Because our names sound good. We have a nice acronym that we want to kind of get tattooed, right? So it has to match in some way.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a quick survey on what age we would stop aging.
Mm-hmm.
So the general consensus is that a thing? So the results were, again, if you missed it, was 36.
Mm-hmm.
36 if you missed it.
Before we end, though, we can redo this part. I guess because we are talking about age and aging, I'd like you to kind of go into why you have anxiety around aging. Why does it?
Why?
Yeah, because I in one part I said I don't have anxiety around aging. This is just the one thing, which was balding, that kind of scares me as I grow older. But in general, your theme is aging. You get it. You get so panicked over it, you can be up the whole night.
Yeah, which happened last week.
So why?
Because I watched a cut video.
What?
It was a cut video on YouTube about remember I sent it to you? I remember I stayed up till I think it was 2:30 on a work night.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched the cut video on YouTube about getting married or something, and then there was an older couple that said, we're getting married to secure our assets or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the thought of that, I'm oh my god. So I was just thinking about it all night. I'm like, you think about the responsibilities of being an adult, right?
Yeah.
Owning a home, like, bills, property tax, and then, like, having kids if you choose to have kids. I'm like, I make too much money to get approved for subsidized daycare, but I don't make enough money for me to afford daycare. Plus, if I were to, like, rent or own a house, like, I'm assuming like, in my head, I'm assuming this whole life by myself because I'm not with anyone right now. So I think about the responsibilities of, like, getting older, right?
I see.
And also, like, how other people see me.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, when I see, like, an older person, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Am I making sense? Like,
yeah, like, one day, like, someone at a store called me ma'am, and I was like, what?
No.
And I was like, you know what I mean? Like,
or
for
when they
me.
call you, did they call you ate?
Yeah, they call me ate still. But, like, you know, I don't know. I've always seen my mom and dad as, like, one kind of thing, and if that makes sense. Like, they have never aged in my head, but when I look at pictures on my phone from 5 years ago, it's like they've clearly aged.
Yeah, and
but
then,
like, I don't see them that way. But I'm like, people I've never met will never know I was young. I don't know how to explain how weird that is, but I'm just like, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah.
Depending on when you meet me.
And my other thing is just, there's going to be a point in my life where I won't be able to take care of myself. And
yeah,
I've experienced that being in the hospital where I couldn't take care of myself. And I never want to feel like that ever. So, like, I never want to put my family through that whole, like, taking care of myself, even going to the washroom, giving me a shower, stuff like that. I'm just like, no. Do not do that for me. I'll have insurance, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'll have a caretaker.
Yeah, you know, I'll get critical insurance, like, which is why, like, you pay for these things, right?
Yeah.
So which is why I think it's so important to, like, think about, like, your kids, and, like, I don't want to be a burden to my kids one day.
Yeah.
You know, that,
I feel like that's a real fear or, like, thought every parent has.
Yeah, like, and I know I'm only 28, and it's like, why are you even thinking about, but it's like, I know it's gonna happen, you know? I feel like 28, like, time has gone by so fast.
I was gonna say the same. I'm like, sooner or later, we're gonna be 50.
Yeah.
And that's literally in 22 years?
That's crazy.
It's in 22 years. Yeah.
There's more to it as to, like, why I have anxiety towards aging, which I freaking need to see someone about, like,
see, like,
and just talk about it, like, why, like, I don't really know, like, all the deep reasons why, like, when it even started. I have no clue when it started, but, like, it's gotten to the point now where it's affecting my sleep.
Yeah, I've never, like, kind of felt that level of anxiety with aging, like, like, the way you kind of explained it before is, like, when you see eye wrinkles, like, you get panicked. And I was like, is that her anxiety around aging? But all the things you listed are, like, valid reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the thing someone said this a while ago where it's just, it isn't, like, diseases really that affect most people, like, when they die. It's just time. It's like your body over time when you're 50, 60, 70, 80, like, the organs that you have now, like, you've always had aren't going to be at the same level in strength. And, like, knowing that is coming and knowing I will just become weaker and weaker is, like, a very scary thing to think about, where I'm just like, I don't want to be at that point.
Yeah, and I think about my brain specifically, just, like, training my brain, because I'm very forgetful. We're, like, mid-sentence, I'm like, what did I want to say? So I always want to, like, keep training my brain into, like, just to, like, keep it strong, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, keeping your brain strong?
Mentally stimulated. It's, like, stimulated.
Yes, right? So, yeah, there's that, and I think about, like, am I gonna have enough money, like, for my funeral when I die? Like, you know, I don't want my kids to, like, worry about, you know, how they're gonna pay for my funeral. So, which is why I got insurance outside of my work, because I only have insurance with my work as long as I'm working.
Yeah.
But you got to think about, like, once you're not working, like, for whatever reason, you're not going to have life insurance. And then who's going to pay for your funeral? Like, I obviously want to be cremated and everything. So it's a lot cheaper. I don't need to be buried underground, you know?
God, poverty.
Yeah, you can do the bare minimum with my funeral.
Plant me as a tree. That's my wish.
I don't care. You can literally throw my ashes in the water. It doesn't matter to me. Like, yeah, I don't really care for funerals like that. But, so yeah, which is why I got, like, life insurance, you know? So that I know that this is going to cover the cost of my funeral.
I think they're all valid reasons. And I think you've been thinking about it more, one, because you kind of experience that helplessness.
Yeah.
To a degree, right? And you know what it's like, and you don't want to feel that way again.
Yeah. You know what's crazy when you're like, don't help me? But the thing is, you have no choice. Like, you have no choice in that, you know? And it's like, oh my God, I feel so disgusting.
And yeah, especially for very, like, independent people, I can imagine it is hard, right? Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so that's, like, my whole anxiety around aging.
Yeah, I think it's super valid. I think it, like, makes sense. And maybe, like, a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, yeah, that's right. And so...
But it's like some people just brush it off. Like, they think about it, it's like it's over with. But no, I will think about it, and it's, like, stuck in my head. Like, when I saw the grays in your hair...
Yeah.
I was, like, looked at my hair that night, and I was like, oh my God, do I have any
really?
grays? Yeah.
Like, to me, it is, I don't know, it is just a part of me.
Yeah.
And I thought of it one day where I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen enough where I'm like, it'll just grow out gray. It'll look cool. I don't have to spend money dyeing my hair. Like, how sick would that be?
That's like what how many people said they accept? 41% said they actively embrace the aging process. So you're part of that 41%.
Yeah, I don't care about aging in the way that it affects how I look physically. But how it impacts my, like, physical strength, not my appearance, is what I worry about the most. You know, very contradictory to, like, what we ate today. But I'm just, like, I'm trying to do my best to eat balanced foods, which is so hard as a Filipino with a mom who makes really good Filipino food.
Every week I was like, my mom made lechon.
You want some? And yeah, I just, like, that's why I take vitamins. That's why I take collagen. That's why I like barely drink any soda. Like, maybe when we have, like, a barbecue or something, like, those are good things to have. But I try to know what I eat, you know?
I'm more aware of my water intake right now. If I drink less than 3 liters, like, I have to drink a minimum of 3. I try to go to 4.
I think that's the regular.
Yeah, I try to go to 4, but, like, when I go to 4, like, I find that, like, I'm just drinking later at night, and then I have to go to the washroom
and pee
so many times, you know? But I try to drink at least 3.
Yeah.
Today is not good, though. I had so much sugar today.
Yeah, I had a peach green tea lemonade. Yeah. And we had bubble tea. So nothing else this week. That's fine. But yeah, that's how I think about aging. And, like, that's the stuff where I'm like, is my heart beating faster than it usually is? Am I going to have a heart attack? Like, that's the stuff that, like, scares me about aging, where I'm like, at any point, like, it can get taken away from you. And if you don't take care of your health now, like, it's going to be very difficult for your body to take care of itself later on. Like, I need to be at my physical peak health before I have a child.
I want to know what, like, older people think about our discussion right now. Yeah. Because the majority of our listeners are within the 21 to 36 range.
Yeah.
So, and majority female. So I would like to know, like,
ladies.
I would like to know, like, are they, like, listening to us like, oh, you have no clue?
Yeah, they're like, you're thinking about all these trivial things.
Yeah, you're like, why are you stressing? You're only 28.
But you know what? It's like the awareness that we have now. Because like once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah.
And so we just have to make good decisions going forward. Like there are things we cannot control.
Yeah.
Like genetically also that just like we're predisposed to. But like it's hard accepting it, man. Like especially when you've lived such a young and like not reckless, but like a young life for
and
so long.
Free life.
Free.
Like,
that's
yes,
a good word.
Yes.
Ew, my mouth made that sound.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was a good talk. Sorry to anyone who heard this and was like, what are they talking about? Or sorry if we made you spiral.
Yes. Like, why am I listening to this?
Oh my gosh. You know what? We're all in it. So it's fine. There's so many beautiful things to embrace as we get older as well. And never forget that. So
we wanted to know, I'm just going to put this out there.
What?
For episode 13, you guys.
Oh, yes.
So episode 13, do you want to hear like a story time? You know? We haven't done a ghost story yet.
Oh, we haven't. I was like, we should save it for actual Halloween.
You want to save it for Halloween?
That's like 40 episodes.
I know. I'm like, it is June this week,
yeah.
So I don't know. But I was thinking, like, should we do a story time for next week?
Or
do you want to hear a mid-year review? You heard it in episode 1, where we did a year in review
of 2020.
It is now mid-year, June 2021.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a mid-year review or do you want to hear a story time? Let us know. I know that we get some text messages on like what we should talk about next, or if you want to sign our DMs or even comment on any of our Instagram posts. Yeah, let us know. Story time or mid-year review.
Right? Shout out to our texters.
Yes.
The cutest, like, texter. Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to Lottie for sending us text messages.
Yes.
As they listen to our episodes.
Kaylee called me when I told her, do you remember our episode? And I was just like, with the Reddit one?
Giveaway. Oh, wait, what?
The Reddit post.
Oh, yeah, am I the asshole?
Yeah, am I the asshole? She calls me right after. She's like, I'm dying.
That's one of my favorite episodes so far. I think that was really fun.
Yeah. And then I bumped into, I didn't bump into, sorry. Let me say that again.
Who does that? Who bumps into?
And then I saw Eleanor yesterday and she was just like, hey, I listened to your podcast. My favorite episode is Superstition. And I was like, honestly, I love hearing it. You know, I just love hearing the feedback, good or bad, because it's just like people are actually taking the time to like listen to us rant.
Yes, like my dad telling us to stop swearing.
I know, but then...
No, you telling you to stop swearing.
Yeah, but then Jordan messages you and he's like, I love the bleeps.
Oh, that was Tom.
Was that Tom or I thought it was Jordan? That's so funny.
No, Jordan said he hates it when we complete each other's sentences. Oh, too bad.
We're just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. All right. That was fun. I mean, impromptu shout out to our friends.
So many name drops.
I know. They'd be like, oh.
That's my name. That's me. All right, you guys. So if you want to listen to freshly brewed episodes every Monday, don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Two Cold Brews. For sneak peeks and teasers, you can check out our Instagram page.
Teasers. Well, you know what's so funny with teasers?
What?
It's like we just asked them, like, right now, like, hey.
What do you... Yeah, then...
Do you want to hear a story time or a mid-year review?
Oh, it's
but
true.
You know what? Here's a teaser.
From one of those.
Watch it be something totally different.
Hey everyone, editing call here, and surprise, it's neither. Allison has been sick for most of this week, so we actually haven't been able to record anything else. And so you'll just have to tune in next week for another freshly brewed episode. If you miss us, just listen to the other 11 episodes. Bye.